Hey Feminine, let's go ahead and jump right into this reading, my love. Let us see what the messages are that Spirit has here for you on today. Please do keep in mind, y'all, these are general messages. Only take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Thank you, thank you. Alright, what are the messages? We have pregnancy. Okay. Oh, it's a lot. We have guardian, cycles, manifest. Okay. Underlying energy is pets. All right. Getting a new pet, giving a current pet more love. Okay. So speaking of pets, because it's the second time I saw it, especially if it's a dog. Okay. Dogs have this thing where when a woman, especially a woman that's like close to them, whether it's their owner or somebody in their family, dogs have this thing where they like to be close to the pregnant woman. They like to protect the pregnant woman, things like that. Okay, so they like to sleep near your belly and always around you. It's like a protective thing. Okay, so that might be something that's going on right now. You might have pets that are really drawn to you, or your pet in particular. And I'm getting emphasis on dog. Okay, I don't know how cats are around pregnancy because I've never experienced that, but I do know how well, actually I have experienced that, and the cat really wasn't nowhere around me, for real. But anyways, so I guess it depends on the cat. But every dog, whether it was my dogs or dogs from, you know, friends that I was around or whatever, just dogs, that's how dogs are with that. Very protective when it comes to pregnant women. Like they're around. Okay, so you could be getting clues or heads up, okay, to let you know that you're expecting. Okay, there's a bun in the oven, honey. Okay, congratulations. It says a lost loved one watches over you. Okay, so you have guardian angels all around you in the spirit realm. Okay, it doesn't feel like it's just one. There's one in particular that they might be referring to right now, but it definitely doesn't feel like it's just one. Okay, I feel like something is fate. All right, something is absolutely meant to be or happen a certain way. So that's exactly why it's happening the way that it is. I feel like you were having a conversation with the universe and you were discussing some things that you wanted. Okay, you were very clear. You were very precise. Okay, and they're saying, okay, well, you know what you need to do then. Okay, that's the response I feel like you're getting from the universe and from your guardians. All right, it's like you put it out there what you want. Cool, not a problem. We have no issue giving you what it is that you want. However, okay, get yourself in alignment to receive whatever this is that you're saying you want, because it's coming. Okay. So if some of you have been trying to manifest a pregnancy or manifest a baby, that could be something that's there. Okay. Get yourself in alignment. If you have pets, figure out what you're going to do with the pets. How's the dynamic going to shift and change? Different things like that. You've been talking to your angels. You've been talking to spirit, the universe. All right. Everyone is speaking back. Everyone is letting you know that you're heard. Okay. You have the Ace of Pentacles to offer. Okay, this is my engagement ring. So we got engagement rings. We got babies. Okay. What else here? We got the Seven of Cups. Okay, this could be dreams. Something you've been seeing. Okay, something you've been seeing here. All right, something you've been visualizing. Yeah, Ten of Cups. It's like, okay, either you already find yourself living the life that you've always wanted to live. Like you woke up and was like, wow, I really manifested this. You know, these are the things that I once prayed for, that I once spoke into existence. And now here they are. I'm living them, you know. Or it's like you dreamt it. You visualized it. You see it. So you know it's coming. Knight of Cups. Again, it's a romantic proposal. Somebody wants to propose. Somebody wants to be with you. Okay, we got the Six of Cups, child, children. Okay, it's also past life relationships. It's like past life relationship resurfaces. Okay, things progress. Things progress quickly because I feel like this person knows what they want. You already put it into the universe what you want. So the two things are in alignment. The world. The world is spiritual growth, spiritual evolution. It's my spiritual graduation card. So I feel like whoever this person is feels like they belong with you. You feel like you belong with them. I'm also getting with that manifest. This person could have put it into the universe that they want you, you know. They've been dreaming about it. They've been seeing themselves proposing. They come towards you. It's like they already know, hey, we're going to get engaged, we're going to get married, and we're going to make these babies. Like, they already know what they want. We got the Strength card here, the Hierophant. That's exactly what it is. It's a very straightforward reading. There's no beating around the bush with this one. Here we go again. The world. It's like they know what they want. Temperance. So again, guardian angels, because I feel like it's multiple. Okay. Are in favor of this union, are protecting you, are watching over you. Okay. We have the Ten of Pentacles. So the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. It's like the universe loves me. The universe loves us over here because we stay getting the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. And there are readers who've been doing this for a year, right? Like, I've been doing this for years, but I'm talking about year, and they will tell you Ten of Cups and Ten of Pentacles in a reading together. No. And for it to come out all the time on our channel, all the time, that should tell you something. It's like you put it in the universe already. Again, what you want. It's never changed. Your mind has never changed about that. It says tell the universe exactly what you want. You're very clear on what kind of union, marriage, relationship, family life, whatever you want. You're very clear on that. The universe is going to deliver. It's never changed. Even when your heart was broken, even when you were in pain, and you know God is close to the brokenhearted. Okay? So yes, the Spirit is close. The Holy Spirit is definitely close. Okay? All times. We got the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles is like good news coming in and being received. And then it comes with this Knight of Cups. So good news coming in, being received. Somebody's following their heart, coming towards you. They see you as their ideal counterpart, or this is your ideal counterpart coming in and making this offer. So look at that. Two of you feel the same way. Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is passion. Okay, this person has a lot of energy. You may have a lot of energy. And again, you put it out there already to the universe. What it is you want, universe is responding. They're talking back. You already know what you need to end. Whether this is certain ways of being and existing, whether this is certain connections, relationships, attachments, whatever it is, whether it's a certain job, you know what you need to end. Okay? Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior. You've been beat up enough. That's what Spirit says, but your ancestors and your guardians say that's what they are all saying. You've been beat up enough by the situation. You've been beat up enough by life. That's it. You don't need to take no more. That's it. Okay? So, let us see. And prayerfully, that's not literal. We have the Star card. Again, divine protection, divine favor, answer prayers, miracles, blessings, you name it. Okay? We got beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes. Okay, that's the Star card. We got blessings, miracles, favor, protection. You name it. Okay, we got it all around here. Okay? So that's what it's like giving. Okay, you're meant to have that. You're meant to have it all. Who's to say you can't? And I feel like sometimes toxic situations find their way to creep in, and then fear makes an attempt to creep in and make you doubt what you know exists, or what you know you can have, or what you know you deserve. No. Negative. Okay? So you're the Lovers. Exactly. I feel like this divine counterpart energy is coming together. You know what you want. You're very specific. You put it out there. It's coming to you. That's what it feels like. Okay? You chose not to doubt. You chose not to give up. You chose to continue to believe and have faith. Therefore, you shall receive what it is that you desire. Again, Spirit is putting emphasis on something needing to end. I feel like this is going to make you so happy because for some of you, all right, And I'm getting it two ways, okay? You could have lost a child before, and your guardian angels want you to know the child is fine, they're with them. Or, you know, this is something that you've always been afraid of, like having child or children, because you didn't know, you know, if you would be able to do it. Like, you know how they say it takes a village? Like, maybe the person or people closest to you aren't here, so that's something like, I didn't want to do that without them. You know, they're letting you know they're always with you. So it's one or the other, because the heart is here, but it feels like it's being sent from here, from the guardian, from heaven. Okay, then we have temperance here to confirm that. So that's just what that feels like. Okay, in some way, shape, or fashion connected to the Six of Cups. You know how people come back and you're like, oh, you've been here before, right? You've been here before. Children are born, right? And then people are like, oh, you've been here before. That's because they came back, right? That's what they say. Supposedly it's an old wives' tale, but is it? Right? Is that an old wives' tale? So we have the Emperor, husband, authoritative figure, divine masculine, disciplinary, okay? This is somebody that could be older than you, or they just have their head all the way on their shoulders, honey. I just did the meanest eye roll. So you might find it to be so attractive. It's just so sexy to you. This person, they're draped in the color red. So it just gives me all root chakra. So think everything connected to root chakra. If you know, you know. And then the background is the sacral. So again, if you know, you know. And look how they holding that scepter. But anyway. Yeah, so I just feel like this person comes knowing who they want, what they want, you know, or what they want, who they want it with. Just very direct. And are being brought by or sent by the guardian angels. Okay? This is somebody that has an extremely cool, calm, collected, you know, outlook on life, way of thinking, and just overall way of existing. So I feel like they're going to bring a lot of peace into your world, which is always good. Okay? Can never get enough of that, hon. So I feel like this is a connection you just not going to play about. You know how they be like, my husband. Like, you know, I don't play about my husband, honey. Right? Don't play with me about my husband. Knock your sound about my husband, honey. Right? It's one of those situations. Because they everything. They are everything, you know. And that's how they going to feel about you. Now, oh, wow. This is what dreams are made of. That's how y'all going to feel. With the Seven of Cups, Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, Emperor, Temperance. You are protected by any means, and so are they. This is what dreams are made of. That's what I just heard. Okay. It's everything that anybody could dream for, ask for, want. Again, ideal situation, ideal counterpart. Things like that is what comes to mind. Okay. During this reading. All right, we have the Hermit and we have the Two of Pentacles. All right, so the Hermit is inner wisdom, but the Hermit is also, again, ghosts, spirit, things like that. Okay, it's our inner guidance system. Like, what do we know? We know. Like, you know how they say you know better? Think the Hermit. The Hermit knows better, so the Hermit acts like it. The Hermit is Virgo energy. Okay, what do Virgos act like? Okay. There you go. So it's like this inner wisdom. You just know because you know. Okay? Either you've had the experience, you've been through some things. You could have an old soul child. You could have been here before. More than likely. And we talking about a twin flame situation. Six of Cups, past life. Okay? Definitely could have been some you've been here before. They've been here before. Certainly. Talking about twins. Okay, so the Tower, something, again, suddenly happens, shocking, out of nowhere, okay? This comes in. But it's like, how I put this to you? This is, people used to think I was crazy. Like my OGs, people that have been riding with me since the beginning of the beginning, right? They know how I feel about the Tower. But new people that have never heard me say this before always think I'm crazy when they hear me say it the first time. So here goes. It's fine. I'm not worried about it. The Tower is a good thing, y'all. The Tower is a great thing. Because to me, it's like, okay, Spirit has already been asking us, I need you to do this. I need you to do that. Very specific instructions. And I'm talking to people who have the ability to hear Spirit. It's one thing to have a conversation with God where you talking to God, right? You talking with God, right? It's another thing when you can actually hear the direction and guidance that Spirit is telling you, or you're able to pick up on the signs that God is giving you, but you just don't follow them. That's when you get the Tower. Because, well, you know better. Remember the hermit? You know better. So that's the thing about it. Just like how it is with parenting, with our children, you know. Once you get to a place where you know better, you're expected to do better. That's it, period. That's it. What do we mean? You know, there's nothing else about it because, well, at this moment, I've taught you. You've learned for however long. We've discussed it. We've done this. We've done that. You know better, right? So, again, that's the energy of the hermit, because the hermit has either the experience where they've done it time and time again, made all these mistakes, errors, you know, trial and error. Now they know. Or it's like they were told, they were given the information. Because the hermit can also be looked at as like a student, but somebody who's studying life, you know, like the school of life or whatever. So they have all this wisdom, all this knowledge, even when it comes to other knowledge, you know, yeah, life, but like everything about it. So philosophy, you know, think that level of things, okay? So it's like, you know better, understanding universal laws, how energy works, you understand the rules and I want to say regulations that God gave us. So it's like, why are you not doing that then? Okay, so in the event you're not doing that, but Spirit still wants to love you and show you that they love you, like how a parent does with their child, I have to get you right. And this right here ain't right. So whatever is built up that Spirit was not in favor of, or that Spirit never told you to build in the first place, is going to get knocked right down. So in my opinion, it has always been, and it will always be, the Tower is a good thing. But it doesn't always feel like a good thing. Because the Tower is when you get fired, or there's a divorce, or there's some sort of natural disaster, or you get what I'm saying? And when it's happening, you're like, what in the... You know, all these things. However, it's because certain other things were not done. Certain other moves were not made. And Spirit already told you, or you already knew better. So it's good. I would be scared if a person was doing stuff they ain't had no business, or if a person was, you know, was able to get away with. That to me would be like, oh dang, God just don't even care about you no more. You done you get what I'm saying? Like, you done made God so furious that God is like, oh, the heck with it. You know, like, they're going to do what they do anyway. So why even attempt to correct them? They're going to do what they do anyways. But no, I feel like these things happen to give you a lesson, show you what you need to see, put you on the path that you need to be on. Things like that. You know, whatever it is was not working. So let's tear that down and let's go in the direction that I've had for you to go in all along. How about that? You know, that's the Tower. Okay, see, because I feel like somebody is restricting themselves. Spirit is not restricting you. Somebody's restricting themselves. Like, Spirit didn't tell you no. You told yourself no. That's what that feels like. And they say when the Lord says yes, you know, who is really saying no? I mean, and what does that no really mean if the Lord already told me yes? You understand? So the same thing goes for you yourself. You're the one telling yourself no. Meanwhile, Spirit says yes. You prayed for something. You asked for something very specific. Your heart is in the right space. Why would I not give it to you? It's not outside of what I feel like you could have or should have or are worthy of and deserving of. You asking for a happy, successful marriage that's prosperous and fruitful. And that's exactly what I asked you to go out there and do. What's so wrong with that? And no, it's not everybody's message. Just like that ain't everybody, you know, will. It's not what Spirit wants for everybody. But that wouldn't be their message. So again, you know, we got divine protection. We got guidance. We got answer prayers. We got miracles. You name it. Okay? The universe shows me that I can have faith in my dreams. Do you see? And these are the dreams. 7 of Cups. These are things you've been wanting. And oh, man, this is so beautiful. The way that Spirit is showing me and giving it to me right now. The 6 of Cups, right? You know how on the 6 of Cups, all the cups that the children are playing with, it's like they're using them as vases. You know, vase, tomato. They're using them as vases, and they're putting in all these different flowers, like they're making a flower arrangements in the cups. To me, the way Spirit is giving it right now is like since childhood, you know, everything that you do, everything you're a part of, every room you step into, you make it more beautiful. You give life to it. Why would I not bless you with these things? It's something about the flowers here. And then look, the prayer hands, flowers. Some of you have healing hands. Some of you have pure spirits, you know, pure hearts. Like that's the thing. God knows your heart is pure. So your intentions are pure, you know. You move a certain way. You treat people a certain way. So you deserve the things that you're asking for. It's not to say you've never fallen short. You've never done nothing. I mean, we do have the Tower, beloved. Spirit been asking you to make certain adjustments. You've been hard-headed. But, I mean, for those of us who are parents who have multiple children, sometimes you have one that act this way. You have another one that act another way. You might just be Spirit difficult, child. Because you have all this wisdom. And you like to think sometimes you know better, but you don't. And you got to learn in order to know better. Right? So like that. And then when you do know better, now you really expect it to act like you know better. You know, that type of thing. You can't still be like, oh, la, la. No. You know better, you got to act like it. Okay? You wanted to be grown. That's where Spirit be coming from. You wanted to be grown. You thought you knew better. You know, that kind of thing. You want to be grown, honey. All right, be grown. Shoot. So I feel like this is that time here, okay? Getting the resources coming out of nowhere. You're like, what's going on? What's going on is these blessings coming in, honey. That's what's going on. I feel like, some of you may have to move some things around in order to make certain moves happen for yourself, but it's necessary. Like you have to put some things in place or you have to move some things around, but I feel you're going to be able to adapt. You're going to be able to adjust. If that's what you were worried about, like starting anew, ending something and starting anew, because like, am I going to be able to adapt and adjust? Absolutely. Do you know whose you are? You clearly belong to Spirit, to the Most High God, so you should know you're going to be provided for and protected. So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will hold you with my righteous right hand, right? You already know you're going to be upheld with the righteous right hand. So you ain't got nothing to worry about. If you worry about, oh, well, am I going to find new work or anything like that? If that's a concern, don't worry about that. Okay, because some of you might have to travel or move with the world when you end or conclude whatever this is. Some of you might be changing jobs. Think about ending a job. It's been making you miserable. Okay, again, it's like move stuff around so that you don't end up having to rob Peter to pay Paul. See what sorts of arrangements or whatever you need to make in that essence. You know, but it's like Spirit is saying, I got you all the way around. Okay. So again, for those of you who are already expecting, already in this space, you're like, this is what dreams are made of. You know, congratulations. You're like, why is this pet always around me? That's why. It's abundant of it. For others of you, these are the things that you're manifesting. You're manifesting, you know, the husband that's awesome in every which way. The lifestyle that's awesome in every which way. You know, you should start living that in advance. I mean, you got to be that if you want that. You know, get yourself in alignment. But you know what I'm saying. The children, the animals or pets, whatever you got going, child, whatever it is that you want, you can have it. Remember, everybody's happily ever after looks different, but Spirit says you can certainly have it, honey. Why not? Okay. And I don't see anything here in any way you know, that says you feel bad because you don't have it, or you feel bad, excuse me, when you see that others do have it. Thank God, you know. It's like you're happy for others. So again, you see, you just have a very pure, beautiful energy to you. So why wouldn't you get the things that your heart's desiring? You know, y'all making Blue emotional. Why wouldn't you? Okay. So you got past life karma, intuition, wisdom, gifts. So that might be one of your spiritual gifts. You have like a very deep intuitive wisdom. And people be like, you an old soul. You an old soul. You've been here before, child. Okay, you could have had distorted views of partnerships at some point in time and thought that, well, what I want isn't out there. I've been that, but I've not gotten that. Child, one day when it's meant. Sometimes I feel like spirit will allow for something to take longer because the blessing is bigger, you know, or it's better or something. It's like, just trust. Like, yeah, easier said than done, right? No, just trust. Right here, self-care. I thought you've been taking great care of yourself, okay? And so you are radiating, honey. And for those of you, again, you are with child. You're carrying you and your love, moving into this energy. They about to propose, you know. You've been seeing it. This person is not the type that's about to just make a baby and dip out on you and the baby. No. They want to be there to do what they have to do, take care of what they got to take care of, and love on y'all, okay? It says, you are an amazing goddess, ready to fully understand how significant you are. Tap into your power by owning your beauty and potential by not making any apologies for it. All right. Underlining here, it says, taking time to replenish your mind, body, and soul is a must. Enjoy this time to reconnect and make yourself a priority. Ask yourself, what is serving me and what is taking from me? Much can be revealed when you stop putting yourself at the bottom of the list. Now, keep in mind, you're a radiant goddess. You have God's energy inside of you. Since when should you be in a space where you feel like something is taken from you? I feel like you give, but is it being replenished? And I feel like you have to make sure you're taking responsibility for that, your happiness, your well-being, right? And not leaving that in the hands of someone else. And whoever I'm talking to, that's exactly how it is. Okay, you take responsibility for your happiness, your well-being. Okay, so what's no longer serving you? We have intuition, wisdom, gifts. I feel like you know exactly what or who that might be. We have new beginnings, intention. It says new doors are opening and new opportunities are here. You are shifting into a higher frequency by honoring yourself and your accomplishments. It's time for a fresh start and a clean slate. You are being asked to only bring your new self into this new chapter. You see that? Then we trying to bring the old peoples with you, the old energies with you. Bring yourself, your new self, into this next chapter. That's it. Not who you used to be, not what you did 25 years ago, who you are right now. Okay? And again, I feel like you have pure intention. Also, I don't know if you guys can see, that's why I'm putting it up here in your face. There's a baby on this card. So again, pregnancy is definitely in the air. Children are in the air in this. If you know you don't want that, then again, might not be for you. Some of you have been sensing and feeling like a baby is coming, you know, into your room in a very, very, very near future. You're going to be carrying a baby. All right. But it's definitely something that Spirit wants you to start honoring, you know, the gifts that you have. They're not there for no reason. Spirit gave them to you so that you can use them in the way that Spirit needs you to use them. All right. So don't shy away from them. Okay. It's a blessing to have these gifts. Amen. It says, honor your innate ability to see physically and trust your gut feelings. Trust your guidance and the vibrations you feel. When you truly step into your abilities, all of your senses rush in. Look into expanding your gifts by taking classes, journaling, meditating, or listening to your inner voice. You know, and listening to your inner voice. Like, you have to listen to your inner voice in order for your intuitive muscle to strengthen. Just like any other muscle. You use it, right? It gets stronger. You don't use it, it weakens. Okay. So putting that self-care in, being on the forefront, okay? Says you have the opportunity to take the lead. It may be in work, personal, or family situations. You have the wisdom and knowledge to do what is best at this time. No more playing it safe and blending in with the pack. Shine your light and speak your truth, okay? You're a leader, natural born, okay? Natural born leader. Spirit is blessing you with children who can look up to your example and bless this world with some more great energy like yours. You know, they'll be their own people, but they come from you. Okay? From the tree, the apple falls. So, and it doesn't fall far. They want you to, again, you know, you can tell what energy a person belongs to by the fruit that they bear or the lack thereof. But you can always tell. All right? That's what Spirit is saying. Balance needed. Relationships. Make sure all of your relationships are equal and balanced with giving and receiving. What did Blue say? If they are out of rhythm, then the other is sacrificing and can't sustain itself. Therefore, it will create more obstacles to overcome. Know you are worthy and deserve respect in all ways. So I feel like somebody kept putting you through the same cycle over and over and over and over and over again. You got over that already. You could have made it plain and clear to the person that you're over it already. And now you're just waiting on Spirit to come through and do the rest. And I really feel like that's the Tower is. It's like faith and action go hand in hand, right? Like you have to take the action. And where you cannot do something is above you, like it's above your pay rate, Spirit is going to do it. Okay, so again, the Tower is a really, really good thing. Okay, so something might seem so disastrous when it happens, but it's happening because you put certain things in the universe. You pray about very specific things, and Spirit is close to those who are brokenhearted. Spirit is close to those who are in need of His assistance. All right, so it's like those wounds, those patterns, all that, those cycles, over. All that over giving and under receiving, over. Okay, it says we attract what we need to heal. All right, so you needed to heal that within yourself, that people pleasing or giving more than is given to you, or giving more than you give to yourself, or whatever. You needed to heal that. Okay, it says often we find ourselves attracting the same type of people or situations that are not the best for us until we choose to find the common denominator of what we need to heal and release. The cycle will continue. Go within to heal the pain layer by layer to find joy again. Okay, and I feel like you did. I feel like you went through the layers, you found what you needed to find, you got to the root of the problem, honey, and you plucked it up. Okay, you uprooted it. Okay, you said we will no longer be holding on to this, and toss it in the garbage. Okay, so now Spirit is like, you did your part, I'm going to do the rest. Trust me, watch this, let's go. You know, it's that type of thing. It's not personal. Okay, it's not personal. I feel like somebody might be projecting how they feel about life onto you and wanting you to believe that, you know. So maybe that's why Blue put so much emphasis on you can have it, you can do it, you can, because somebody could have been, you know, this person feels like they can't. This person feels like an energy, oh Lord, it's not going to sound nice. There's no nice way to put it. Okay, this person is somebody that's like in a slum energy, like they just don't see the best in life. They don't see the best in life at all, ever, at any point in time. They just feel very lazy, like they don't have any motivation. This person may lack follow through or just anything. They don't have direction, follow through, motivation, nothing. You get what I'm saying? You are on the forefront. You're a natural born leader. You are ready for new beginnings. You have pure energy. You always give the best of things. You make things more beautiful. Think of all the positive things we've spoken about you thus far. So it's like, it's not personal. Like, it's not you. It's not your person. It's somebody projecting how they feel onto you. Okay? Ciao. It says many times others project their own pain onto you. This situation is not personal, but rather an opportunity for compassion for yourself, any other person involved. Stop taking the blame by automatically thinking it's your fault. Have discernment. of what you own, but also what isn't your problem. You see, so it's like somebody has a certain type of energy with them, okay? And they need to sort through that. They really, truly do. But it's not your responsibility to sort through that, okay? And you, okay, look at this, okay? Also, one second. Before, I'm like all over the place, y'all, because the messages are coming through a lot faster than I can talk. Okay, so we have love redefined. Do you see how this person look? Okay, I just want to show y'all something. I'm gonna put that face down right quick. I need to make this very clear. Okay. Look at how all these people look. Okay. Clear, radiant, vibrant. Okay. Look at how these people look. Also, have you noticed the only thing that was here, like there was another person, but it was a baby, right? Babies are small. So that could be a representation of you birthing a new version of yourself as well. They said bring nothing with you other than the new version of self, right? So that could be that as well, right? You could be pregnant with a new version of you, but I didn't, you know, it could be this person, these people, y'all, all in this little group together, right? So this person may have this energy with them where they can't be alone. They don't like to be alone. Maybe they can't be alone. It's like they have to be near someone in order to have what they need in life or something like that. Okay? But you can be on your own and still have the things that you need. Still accomplish the things that you need to accomplish. It's something like that going on. So remember we said something about because of how you seen things to be, it was like, oh, maybe this is just what it's like. No, it's not. This says love redefined, romance. Whoever this person is that's coming in is going to redefine how you look at love and romance completely, because they're going to treat it the way that it should be treated. They're going to treat you the way you should be treated. This other individual, remember, you have the gift of discernment, right? This here says false discernment, and it has the clown on it. So the clown could have made you think that you would be lonely or things wouldn't work out, or again, that was projection, because that's how that person feels. They don't feel like they can make it on their own. They probably can't. In order to make it, you need to have direction, motivation, follow through. That's mandatory. Otherwise, how would you survive? So it's something here about that projection, okay, from this energy, whether they say it with their mouth or whether it's just the energy that they exude. But it says, Cupid has entered your heart and has awakened you to love and romance, but this time on a different vibration. Having a newfound love for yourself has created an opportunity for a new chapter with the possibility of cultivating healthy relationships. So again, there was something within myself that I needed to heal, and once I healed it, now I'm attracting better. Because I am that. Right? I am that I am, so I'm going to attract what I am. I'm not in this space, okay? And I feel like some of you could have got in this space because of this guardian, this person that you love, that you lost. I said it was something you wanted to do, but you didn't want to do it or didn't know how you was going to do it without this person. Person is letting you know that they're with you. They're always with you. You're not lonely. You're not alone. You can do it on your own if you need to. All those messages are coming out. This other person, whole clown. Wanting to paint a picture one way, but it's really not like that. It's really not like that at all. Okay. And then they mention your discernment again. It's like you have this gift that I feel like you keep pushing down because you want to try to give this person benefit of the doubt. They don't have no damn gift. They don't have discernment. They have a false narrative. All right. It says, be mindful of the story you're telling yourself. Having a negative narrative is destructive and simply not true. Not true. You see, remember, they're projecting their negative energy onto you. What life is like, can be like, can't be like, stuff like that. It's because of what they believe and how they feel. So let them go and have that low vibrational, miserable life. You go and have your high vibrational, everything you ever wanted life that the universe is trying to give you. Does that make sense? Okay. Ciao, Auntie House. All right, so those are the messages that I have here for you at the time. I pray that this helps you. I know it will. If this was your reading or you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. And if you have not already, go ahead and subscribe. Peace and happy.